Hi, my name's Ian and welcome to the channel. If you've not been here before and you have been here before, then welcome back. In this video we're going to be refitting my Remis blinds to the front windscreen of the Peugeot Boxer. Unfortunately I had to have the windscreen replaced because I had a massive crack across it, so yesterday the guys came and fitted a new windscreen for me, but I'd actually taken the Remis blinds out for them just to make life easier and also to make sure they weren't going to get all that gungy stuff that they use to stick windscreens back on. So anyway, so this is basically a reinstallation of the Remis blinds. So as you can see on the A-pillars here, the actual blinds have been removed, and also then I've got the speaker to put back in as well. And that's going to be the same over there for the other side as well. Now this installation, you could actually do it as though you're going to be fitting Remis blinds for the first time. So basically what you'd be doing is popping off the A-pillars, which literally come off with a trim tool. They just don't unclip. I'll just go over to this side over here. You can see these sections here where my fingers are, that's literally where they clip into, so it's very simple in the way that they go in there. And then your speakers, little tweeters, sorry, I came around the right place. The little tweeters just literally unclip out of the holder that they go in, and it'll be the same when I pop them back in. So the front Remis blind kit, basically when you buy it, it comes with this section here, and get my fingers around the right place, and that section there. And then it also comes with these rods, which you then have to screw in. There's already, just inside the hole that they feed into, there's a threaded rod, basically, well, a screw there, and you basically, this is a threaded rod and you screw it onto it at both ends. And then the same at the top there as well, it's got the same one. Now please note that the one at the bottom is longer than the one at the top, so you want the longer one at the bottom rather than the top. And the other thing you get with the kit is this plastic section here, and when you come to fit the right hand side, so basically this top rod here, it has to locate, actually I've got the wrong one there, so it's this one. There's a locating hole there, so basically that has to slide up along the rod itself, but I'll sort of show that a bit more when I go in a bit with it. As I said, the actual rods come separately, as I said, you just need to screw them in. So what we're going to do, we're going to fit the left hand one first, I think, and then the other thing it comes with a bit of with a bracket as well for the bottom rod, and then these holes here, you have to basically drill some small holes into your head lining, and then there's some fixings that fit it all into position, but again I'll sort of show that when it goes back in. So as we come to fit it in, the little tweeter fits into this little holder here, so that just clips in. And then what we're going to do then is just is tap it all in position. Just need to make sure as well that this rubber seal here is pulled back out of the way. It's sometimes easier just to open the door to get that to go in there. Unfortunately it's raining at the moment, but I might just have to open the door up a little bit just to get it to fit. Yeah, so you need to make sure, so just open the door a little bit and get this rubber seal just to fit around the outside of it. So sort of guide that in first, and then just get the clips to line up on the inside, and that one's slotted in. Right, the next thing we need to do, which you'll have to do, you'll need to drill your dashboard, is we need to fit this bracket. Now obviously I've already pre-fitted this in the past, so obviously my dashboard's already pre-drilled. So I don't know if you can see down there's two holes drilled here. In fact I actually drilled it in the wrong place when I first fitted it, but anyway they goes in through there. I don't even see my fingers pointing in the right place, but anyway it's there, there, that's the right place. So yeah, there's two holes just here I've already pre-drilled that the bracket needs to fit onto. But what we're going to do, we're going to fit it loose to begin with, just so things slides along and put the screws in afterwards. So you need to make sure that the bracket is pointing downwards that way. There we go, well you can see that, but that's it sort of there. See it facing downwards, so it sits obviously at that angle of the dashboard. Now putting the right hand side in is where you could probably do with an assistant really, but my assistant isn't here today, so you need three hands really, and there's only one person. So your bottom rod needs to locate into your lower rod, the other bottom rod should I say, and then the top rod, this one here dangling around here, needs to locate into this rod here. Now as you can see here at this far end, where is it locating onto there? Where my finger is, there you go. It's thinner there, so that locates into the inside of the other rod that's there. But the other thing we need to do as well at the same time is this needs fitting, which I'll probably slide up the other rod that we've already got in place, this one here, get it out of the way. And then the other thing we also need to do is then also fit this tweeter into that hole down there as well at the same time. So it's, as I said, it's all a bit, probably what I'm trying to do is get the tweeter in first, I think, then try and get the rods in position, and then open the door, get the seal back, clip it all in, if you get what I mean. In fact, I was forgetting something. You need to make sure that this upper section here locates in here, but also that the rod locates through at that end there as well. In there, I thought you could slide it up this other rod, but it won't. It just fits in there like that. I might have to do a little bit of tweaking with it as well. They said that's probably just to do with the position of it. I think I might need to rotate the rod round a bit, because it's possibly that it's got a bit bent. Well, that was a bit of a game trying to get that in on my own, especially when you're trying to fit the tweeter and you've got these rods going across at the top there, plus trying to hold this thing here at the top here as well. But as I said, you really need an assistant really if you're going to be doing this for the first time. As I said, because I've already got the holes already pre-drilled, because this has already been taken out and already been fitted before, it's a lot easier to go in than doing it for the first time. But, that's it so far, and then I've got to this bit's got to locate in a minute, but thankfully that's not got to go through a rod, which makes life a lot easier. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be screwing this bracket to the dashboard. That's not an easy task the first time you do it, because you've got to try and drill through some very hard plastic, unless you've got a drill or something that you can sort of get in at an angle to get in there. It is a bit of a difficult job to do, hence the reason I probably got it in the wrong place the first time I ever did it. But now I've already got the holes there. Basically I've got a couple of self-tapping screws. I'll use a ratchet with the screwdriver attachment on the end of it just to get those back in. And then to put the to get the plastic thing up into the headlining, you've got these things here. So they just, basically what you'd have to do is into your headlining is just pre-drill a hole into it first, and then these things just self-tap into it, and that holds the whole thing in place. As you can see, it's very tight to get at, so I've just got a, as I said, basically a screwdriver bit on the end of a little ratchet there, just to get it to go in there. So just about there now with it. Right, with regards to this top section here, you need to locate the left-hand one in first. Well, you could probably fix it at this end just to hold it in place, but in reality what you want to be doing is getting this one to locate. So go down this end, that locates into a slot in here like that, and then the middle section then slides, how good the light is there, that slides over the top of that one. So basically when we put the middle fixing in, it holds the pair of them together in there, but I'll show you that once we've got it in there. Don't know why the camera's picking this up, sort of allow me back whilst doing it, but there you go. These, they basically just screw into the headlining. Don't over tighten them because it will rip it to bits. So that's them now in. I don't know why the camera's picking those up, but they're in all the way around there now. So what I'll do is I'll give the blinds a quick test now, make sure they're okay, which they should be. So to get the side blind, these front blinds, should I say, to pull across, you basically squeeze this together, and then they just come out and then go across, and then it'll stop at that point there. They are magnetic, so when I pull the other one across in a minute, they'll stick together. And that's the blinds now together. You may have noticed there's a cable dangling down. I've got a reversing camera, but I'm going to have to do a bit of jiggery pokery, because the existing the old windscreen had a different mounting for a mirror, which I sort of made a bracket to fit my reversing camera onto. So what happens basically is that these things here, they slide across when you come to shut the blinds, and it allows for, if you had a rear view mirror, obviously allow it to come through there, but my reversing camera comes through here as well. But as I said, I'm going to have to play around, I think, with the windscreen, or well, with the bracket that's there, or the fixing that's there, to see what I can do to get it to work. Otherwise I may end up having to I've actually thought about changing this head unit because it's a bit crap, and maybe getting one that's got a built-in reversing camera into it. I'm not sure yet, but we shall see. So that's the reinstallation of the front blinds now complete. If you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Please like and subscribe to the channel, be much appreciated, and I'll see you again in the next one. Cheers.